the cold weather certainly helping set the stage for what should be a physical primetime contest at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Tonight, we start Week 11 of the NFL season with a good one here between the Tennessee Titans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. In motion left goes a tight end.
Under 10, 10. He's checking. Watch the twist.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The Steelers at 3-6 now on the year. But Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Steeler first down and a pickup of 11 yards. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Austin, the man in motion left. Trying with Pickett here on 3rd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 14. To give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Johnson goes in motion left. Hands it off out of the gun. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Steelers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First and 10 now. Willis and the Titans at their own 19-yard line. It's a play fake. Here's Willis. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now Willis to throw. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play. 31 for Mike. All day, dog.
1st and 10, it's Willis. He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Willis. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Willis now off the play fake. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. On 3rd down, Henry. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the 1st down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
They'll run for it with Henry. And some room to work. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game. So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Well, you hate that defensively. They had it pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Harris running straight ahead. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now Pickett will look to pass it. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
First and 10, Willis. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Looking to throw again on second down. Willis. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Flushed out right. And a man over the middle, and it's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 34. To the air on first down. Here's Willis. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And he's going to get this down near the 25. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Now a first carry for their fullback. That one a first down pickup of 8.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll take this one down near the 15. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, 15 yards. And the Titans are back within a score. You talk about certain guys just having a nose for the end zone. He's one of them, and he was not going to be denied there.
And defensively, especially in the red zone, you've got to be able to at least slow him down and hold on for dear life. But he's able to get out of a couple of tackles there, and not enough people got there in time. Pretty poor on the defensive side of the ball.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, Pickett. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he'll work down inside the 45. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. 2nd down and 8. Here's Pickett. Escaping the pressure right. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Now Pickett. Complete. It's Johnson. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Now Pickett on 4th down. They'll roll him out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And some room to maneuver. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Last play of the half. Here's Willis. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Joe Williams. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
The yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood.
And this is going to be intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Pickett on 3rd and 1. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Willis. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt, his 2nd sack of the night.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here's Willis, 3rd and long. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Joe Williams. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, pumped out. It's picked up by the Titans. He's at the 40, the 20. And they are going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans.
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic 1st down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Eluding the pressure right. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Switch.
Now a give, running left is Harris. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
So that a free 15 yards.
And it's always a tough one as a defender because a lot of the penalties that you commit, pass interference, holding, when they happen, you actually know what you're doing. But a face mask penalty, a lot of times is inadvertent, but it still costs you the same amount of yards.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Henry. And now he picks up the spare.
107 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Well, caught by Carter. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Come on.
Willis looking to throw on 1st down.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the 1st down sack.
Willis.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist.
And now the rookie's free. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Titans. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards.
And the Titans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Now left side on the swing pass.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
80 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And they'll run on the inside handoff. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. In motion goes the tight end. So they run for it with Harris. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
To throw again on second down. Pickett. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Choose the mic.
Back to throw. Pickett. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a Steelers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
55.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Boston, the man in motion left. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's Pickett. And that will be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Now Willis. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Steelers are going to
take possession of the football.
And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So for the Steelers, it's a win.